talk about is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Ashley, can I sell you on the idea that Drew McIntyre may leave Glasgow, Scotland as the champion? What would it take you to believe this?
I don't know. It might take too much right now.
Okay, my thing is, I feel like Drew deserves this world title run, especially for the fact that he only got 5 minutes at WrestleMania, and they flipped this title over to Damian Priest. Damian Priest is a pretty good champion right now, but I still feel like Drew has some more to offer here. I kind of wanted to see Drew win this match, but I just know that CM Punk is in the wings, and I feel like CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam is the way they're going to go. So get ready for that cult of personality to drop, and CM Punk makes a little trip over to Scotland to make sure Drew doesn't win a title.
Like I said, I'm waiting for him to come out the other side of it because I feel like his title reigns have sort of been cursed.
Very true. Well, let's go to the IC title match as Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, reports are Gable has either re-signed with the WWE or is very close to re-signing with the WWE. So keep your eyes on this match. If Gable wins the title, 95% sure he's re-signed with the company. And I got a feeling that Zayn will drop the title to Gable at this pay-per-view. What do you think, Ashley?
I think we could get that. There was a big push for Gable to win the IC title before Sammy took it off Gunther. So I could see them kind of pivoting, especially if he's re-signed. It'd be like a nice little way to reward him for like loyalty and staying with the company. And I think his heel work with this has been very good. So it would be nice to see him kind of maybe Sammy on the other side of it.
True. And I feel like after watching Raw on Monday night, Otis is almost ready to turn on to Gable and tell him, I'm over your BS. I'm leaving our little Alpha Academy. And we want to see Otis being the first challenger for Chad Gable in his new IC title run.
Yeah, maybe you could move Sammy up after that too, We have some champions, some higher champions that are kind of in a lack of some challengers. So move Sammy up and move, especially putting that title on Chad Gable, would be perfect. He needs something like that.
Very true. And I wouldn't mind seeing Damian Priest versus Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight title. I feel like that would be a nice feud over the summer. Okay, so let's go to a match that I personally feel like may be the one where the home country person wins this title, as we have Bayley versus Piper Niven for the Women's WWE World Championship. Now, if you saw Friday Night SmackDown from this past week, Piper Niven cut one hell of a promo. Chelsea Green let it drop that she's looking forward to them being the champions. So we could possibly have that storyline where you have Piper win the title, but Chelsea will take credit for the victory. And I kind of want to see the storyline play out. What do you think, Ashley?
Honestly, that could be very interesting. Chelsea Green has gotten a lot of support that I've seen pretty recently, and fans seem to love this kind of gimmick she's been going with. So to kind of put her in something like the world title picture like this, kind of sliding her in off to the side while somebody else is the champion could be a very cool way to do it.
Okay, I said this is the most likely one for the home country person to win the match because I feel like Drew McIntyre is not going to win. And if we go to the tag team championship for the women, it's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Aya Dawn and Alba Fire, or also known as Kaylee Ray. Now, if we had a longer run with Bianca and Cargill, I would say maybe you slide these titles over to Aya Dawn and Alba Fire, but it's too soon for the babyface champions to hand these titles over. There's a lot more story to go with Jade and Bianca, so I feel like this is an easy win for the champs. What do you think?
Agreed. The way these two have been pushed across the television and social media, I think they're going to be the champs for a little bit here.
Exactly. And I got a feeling coming out of this match, we're going to see them feud with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. I feel like that's going to be the next tag team they put together to face against the baby face of Jay Cardell and Bianca Belair.
That's good. Keep building these tag teams.
Exactly. You need to build this division. And I'm perfectly happy with the company going like, hey, we only have so many women tag teams on both Raw and SmackDown. The champs can travel to either show, enabling you to have more matches of different opponents. Exactly. Okay, so there's one last match we can preview because there's only 5 matches announced so far. And honestly, if they keep this as a 5-match card, I would be perfectly happy. It's AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes for the championship in an I Quit match. A rematch from the one they had last month in Leon, France. I got a feeling this one is just going to be as good as one in Leon, France. But I feel like we're going to get the same result. AJ Styles is going to come up a bit short, and Cody carries on with the championship.
Yeah, I agree. But it's AJ Styles and it's Cody, so you know it's going to be a fantastic match.
Actually, you could literally blindfold these 2 guys, put them in a ring, and they couldn't have a bad match.
Exactly. I'm hoping they'll kind of have like a similar. We want to see like a similar crowd reaction, so hopefully we can get like people into it, like you said, like in France. But otherwise, like I'm pretty excited to see AJ Styles kind of having some big matches. If truth is like Bryan Danielson, he may be leaving wrestling soon. So.
Well, I gotta say that was one great fake retirement a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. He almost had me, and I was like, "Oh, I was like, "Oh, he's doing the Mark Henry fake retirement." But hey, he pulled it off just as good as Mark Henry. And hey, EOC and AJ Styles, we're back to having them being a major heel faction. The Bullet Club and WWE are back on top. So. Let's have a summer of the Bullet Club in WWE.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why they haven't been featured a little more. Maybe we're coming off some injuries or something. But put them in there in a top spot. We need some more faction feuds.
Exactly. Before AJ goes, put these guys babyface and let them face off against Solo in the Bloodline for a minute. That would be fun too.
Yeah.
Well, that has been your WWE Clash at the Castle